Did that scare you? We got one.
On our way to 53.
One minnow has swam into the pool. I could also use the internet. Maybe. I would play music, but the scrapers are gonna find me.
Yeah.
Find.
Fine and fine.
Find, then fine. I think Jay-Z used that as a double entendre. What is going on in the world? Yeah. Who's here? We have two people. What the heck is going on in our world right now? If you're spending time watching mainstream media, you may be experiencing anxiety, worry, and think that the world is falling apart. Unfortunately, the media has a motto: if it bleeds, it leads. And it's been that way for decades. Their job is to push fear. Wait, this is not CNN.com. This is Thrive Global. Okay, that's fine. The way that I look at the world may be a bit different. And I'm hoping that by sharing this, it might give you a new way to consider things that are happening right now. Does he mean right now, or like in general right now? Our world is shifting and going through a major transition. What do I intuitively feel is that the good and light will win. We are winning. The consciousness of humanity is rising. In order to do so, many of our industrial based systems need to crumble and be replaced with much more sustainable systems. I've spent hundreds of hours studying and learning from multiple sources over the years, and I always try to see events from various perspectives. There are a lot of different terms for this shift, such as we're moving from 3D to 5D, this is the rapture, the harvest is coming, there will be a solar event, a solar sneeze, we're shifting from duality to unity, the list goes on and on. What we need to understand is that we are learning more and more about how our world is actually run and how utterly corrupt and horrible it has been behind the scenes. The word apocalypse has its roots in Latin word apocalypsis, meaning to uncover. That is what we are experiencing right now, the uncovering or revealing of the truth. If you consider that the majority of the people on this planet actually do not want war, but rather they want to live a good life filled with love, peace, joy, and abundance. There is a very tiny portion of humanity that is insane, evil, and doing horrific things. The more that we the people can unite, the stronger we become. Politics, polymaniacs, small blood-sucking creatures. Many small blood-sucking creatures. That's a good one. It's easy to feel like I'm just one person, what can I do? The fact is there's a lot that you can do. Join global meditations, find your purpose, and live it, be an example of the world as we'd like it to be. Share love, share truth, be kind. Are you joining? Be kind. Smile to others and brighten their day. Keep your emotions and personal energy high. Choose love over fear. There are numerous studies that prove with a small group of people meditating with the same intention at the same time, it has had a positive impact. It's called the Maharishi effect. Imagine if 7 billion people decided to focus on love and peace at the same time. What kind of an impact could that have? So let's work to lift our own emotional state, to have a broader understanding of what is happening, and to be the observer, knowing that we're actually heading towards much better times. The sooner we all come together to embrace this, the sooner it will become our reality. Dr. Wayne Dyer said, "You'll see it when you believe it." The time is now for us to set the intention to bring in the new earth, this golden age. Oi. Thank you. And to live a life that we simply love. We got this. So that's what's going on in the world. What's going on in the world? No. What the heck is going on in our world right now? That was actually the second down from Google. That's surprising. And then underneath that we have CNN and BBC. Let's see what CNN has to say. China slaves risk their lives on Ghana's Lake Volta. Analysis. Crisis may be easing, but nuclear threat still hangs over India and Pakistan. Animals Farm. U.S. will pay $1 million for information on Osama bin Laden's son. The UN Security Council's double veto on Venezuela. Huge Soviet mind control radar hidden in forest near Chernobyl. Starbucks fans fight over limited edition cat paw cups in China. Venice to charge day trippers up to $11 to visit. So that's what's going on in the world according to CNN.com. Let's try BBC. Osama was CIA operative. Possibly. Here's what's going on today according to BBC. Let's check out the most watched. Rare triplets carving out media careers. We stopped needing to work in our 30s. Number 3 is Agent wishes he had not watched Sala play. 4, the carnival parade for psychiatric patients. 5, boy and sporting hero in emotional embrace. 6, IS in Syria. Last of the Caliphate leave Baghouz. 7, I love to hit people. 8, Sanders says, I know where I came from. So Sanders knows where he came from. 9, I was ready to defend Michael and myself. 10, the seamstress who sews with her feet. I think I want to see more about number 8. I want to see why, if Sanders actually knows where he came from. Ah, this is Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders launches his bid for the U.S. presidency with an attack on Donald Trump that draws on his upbringing. That's the whole story? Oh, it's a video.
My experience as a child.
That's not it. That's an advertisement.
Living in a family that struggled economically, powerfully influenced my life and my values. I know where I came from. And that is something I will never forget. Unlike Donald Trump, who shut down the government and left 800,000 federal employees without income to pay their bills, I know what it's like to be in a family that lives paycheck to paycheck.
Each day, our planet awakens with signs of opportunity. But with opportunity...
So that's BBC. Bernie Sanders knows where he came from. bubbling permafrost, drug-resistant gonorrhea, and deadly obesity treatments. Hmm. So the hedge against the bad stuff is, number one, young gorillas have learned how to dismantle poachers' traps. 2, we're finally getting close to achieving sustainable nuclear fusion. 3, we can now listen into the universe. 4, we're getting really close to eradicating the second disease from the planet, which is the guinea worm parasite. 5, and Australia is on track to become the first country to wipe out one type of cancer. 6, we're closer than ever before to having a drug that can treat autism symptoms. 7, scientists are working on a graphene-based sieve that turns seawater into drinking water. 8, you no longer need to pay ridiculous amounts to access peer-reviewed science research. 9, we just discovered a vitamin that could reduce the incidence of birth defects and miscarriages worldwide. 10, researchers are finally beginning to understand how we can repair spinal cord injuries. 11, hyperloops are coming. Hyperloops are coming. That one sounds interesting. The Hyperloop transport system is a brainchild of Elon Musk that promises to shuttle people in tube-contained pods between cities at crazy speeds of roughly 1,126 kilometers per hour, which is 700 miles per hour. That's New York to Washington, D.C. in around 29 minutes. So far, test Hyperloops are being built in the US, the Netherlands, Slovakia, and the Czech Republic. The goal is to have a Hyperloop system between Amsterdam and Paris by 2021. There's even a slightly crazy proposal to turn the US-Mexico border wall into a giant Hyperloop. Scientists are fighting back against antibiotic resistance. 14, NASA has released all of its research to the public for free. That's interesting. Levette's in the house. What's up, Levette? 15, scientists have classified a brand new type of celestial phenomenon, and they named it Steve. Steve the Aurora was the feel-good story of 2017. But this year, scientists found out that Steve isn't actually an aurora at all. Even cooler, it's an entirely new type of celestial phenomenon that we hadn't seen before and are still learning about. The new astrological phenomenon looks like a ribbon of flickering light. Hey, Crystal's here too. Yeah! Hello, Elena. Hey, Joey. The new astronomical phenomenon looks like a ribbon of flickering light and has been spotted in the high latitudes of the northern hemisphere. Check out how awesome Steve looks in all his glory. Here's Steve. So that's pretty much what's going on in the world. Cosmic Gypsy, welcome. Galactic Kundalini. What's the Galactic Kundalini? Can you explain a little bit, Livette? Because I know the Kundalini inside your own body would be corresponding with the chakras. So what's the corresponding metaphor via the cosmos for chakras? Peter. What's up, Peter? A scientist threw away all of his research and discovered himself. Galactic Kundalini is the event. Kabbalion. Alright, let's see what Kabbalion is. Hermetic principles, yeah. I think I knew some of them. But we could read them out. The 7 Hermetic principles upon which the entire Hermetic philosophy is based are as follows. 1. The principle of mentalism. The all is the mind, and the universe is mental. 2. Whoa. Oh. The principle of correspondence. As above, so below. As below, so above. Everyone's third eye opens, the planets wake up too. 3, the principle of vibration. Nothing rests, everything moves, everything vibrates. 4, the principle of polarity. Everything is dual. Everything that has poles, everything has poles, everything has its pair of opposites. Like and unlike are the same, opposites are identical in nature, but different in degree. Extremes meet. All truths are but half-truths. All paradoxes may be reconciled. 5, the principle of rhythm. Everything flows out and in. Everything has its tides. All things rise and fall. The pendulum swing manifests in everything. The measure of the swing to the right is the measure of the swing to the left. Rhythm compensates. 6, the principle of cause and effect. Every cause has its effect. Every effect has its cause. Everything happens according to law. Chance is but a name for a law not recognized. There are many planes of causation, but nothing escapes the law. Saul Goodman would probably beg to differ on that one. 7, the principle of gender. Gender is in everything. Everything has its masculine and feminine principles. Gender manifests on all planes. I don't know where the other 2 are. So basically dualism, right? People will wake up, they usually do. Okay. Does Elena want to ask a question? Have Elena give a topic. What sort of topic can Elena come up with? Pot has male and female. Plants are not dualistic. Are you saying plants are kind of like seahorses, where they contain... Well, that's not exactly correct. I know seahorses are a bit different. So THC is contained in the female. And I guess CBD oil would be made from the male cannabis plant. They are beyond dualism. HFT? Maybe that's a good topic. Let's try HFT. High frequency trading. High frequency trading is a program trading platform that uses powerful computers to transact a large number of orders in fractions of a second. It uses complex algorithms to analyze multiple markets and execute orders based on market conditions. The male is rooted up. Oh, high frequency tribe. Are you a Hamish tribe member? High frequency trading does not sound very interesting. Yeah? Crypto nonsense? I wonder how crypto is doing nowadays. Let's see. I think it was around 3,000. $3,000 per. Let's see what it is. Bitcoin price. $3,814.40. I'm having to shut down the chat and relaunch between posts. I'm being blocked. I wish I can't retain the chat. It's like your guys' chat is like a Snapchat. They're there for 5 seconds and they just fade out. Maybe top chat, live. Okay, let's try live chat. Maybe they will stay. What are you saying, Levette? The thing is trying to block you? Bitcoin graph since beginning. I know it went up to 19,000 in December 2017, I think. And then it's only been going down since then. It was steady from 2012 to December 2017 and then took a massive dump. As far as I know, crypto has not. It hasn't had any practical use yet. It's only been a sort of trading phenomenon. It hasn't been ever accepted in the greater marketplace. And there was some weird story also with the guy that created it. Smart Dust. Yeah, Aurora talks about. She says China's pumping out Nano and helping influence emotions and whatnot. And like Levette was saying, I don't know if it's a thing or not, but Levette was saying that nicotine helps. There's only one post. I mean, I'm seeing quite a few messages, Levette, so it looks fine from this end. Bitcoin is not so interesting. Yeah, Kratom. I've been using Kratom. I like it. It's pretty good. You were closing the chat between posts. So you're saying it's allowing you to post one message and then it blocks you from putting more? Did you guys see Og's Facebook post? Kratom Daily. Elena's wondering how people can fly. I don't know, Levette. Yeah, I don't know. You should be able to post more than once. I know that some servers, if you're not a sort of subscriber or a paying subscriber, they will only allow you to post one message per such and so amount of time. But I don't think YouTube should be like that. So Elena says, how can we fly? We can't fly with the body, seemingly, but we can fly in imagination, we can fly with wings, we can fly metaphorically speaking, as far as accomplishing goals and whatnot. Or we can just be feeling happy and feel like we're floating around. Fabian, welcome. Is anybody else experiencing what Levette's talking about, where it's only letting you post one message and then blocking you? Lada says many of us are cut off from those abilities for now. Yeah, Kratom's good. I've been using it for the past couple months. If you have kind of an overactive mind, it's good for helping you stay a little bit more present. And it's also just an organic plant, so it's not synthetic or being laced with something. If you guys want to buy Kratom, I would recommend Happy Hippo. Not Happy Hippo. It's something Hippo. Hippo. Yeah, Happy Hippo. HappyHippoHerbals.com. Levette, how would you say... Hey, Aphrodite. How would you say Kratom has affected you since you've been using it for 3 years? And was it something that was noticeable immediately, or you kind of came to this after contemplation, looking back? Because to me it seems it's a very subtle feeling. It's not harsh, it's not like a high necessarily. Happy Hippo Herbals. What is Kratom? I'll give you the black goo definition. Immediate change. I use red Maang Da for pain. Here, I'll show you. This is Kratom. You can see it's just ground up plant matter. Smiley horned hippo. And it's not expensive. It's these little packets. You can get like a sample packet like this for, I don't know, $15, and they'll send you like 5 of them. But you can also, Happy Hippo also gives capsules, so if you don't want to sit there and try to mix it. You ingest. So if you just have the powder form, then you would just mix it with, it's pretty bitter tasting, so you would want to mix it with something maybe acidic to counteract that a bit. $8-ounce bags for $50. I would say just be, do your research before you order something online. Kratom. You buy kilos? Really? Probably Arrowwood.com would have a decent, they're a pretty reputable website. I used to spend hours and hours on Arrowwood finding out about other people's drug experiences, because Yo, Kratom. Because of my weed trip thing that happened. What does Arrowwood have to say about Kratom? Here we go. Kratom is Rublaceae mitragyna. That's the name of the plant. Mitragyna speciosa is a leafy tree that grows from 3 to 20 meters tall. Its leaves contain 7... Yeah, I did. 7-hydroxymitagyne and mitragynine. The leaves are chewed as an opiate substitute and stimulant in Thailand and Southeast Asia, primarily amongst the working class. It has a relatively long history of human use. Kratom every day and you can put your cane away. Or your cane away. Yeah, my weed trip was more of like a typical enlightenment experience rather than smoking weed. But it was a negatively oriented enlightening experience. It was like a bad trip that lasted forever. So it has opiate effects. It's not exactly the same as... Yeah, it's not exactly the same as like taking a synthetic opiate. No, it wasn't an edible, it was a bong. It was the first time I ever smoked weed, and it was a massive, massive bong that I took like 3 huge rips out of. And it was very bad. I think because I'm sort of an intellectual anyway, and overthink. I used to overthink. I don't overthink anymore. You don't get high, right? I tried different, I experimented with it in the years afterward, and I never got the relaxed, like, chill out thing that people pretend that it is, or not pretend but actually get from it. I just never experienced anything remotely near that. I know it's about surrendering. That's exactly what I did, but it was surrendering into insanity. And I can full well surrender to this, and it's, totally fine. Yeah. I found when I came back from the weed trip that, or when I came down from it, that it wasn't there was no foray into another universe, or it was the same exact thing that we're doing now, but on a completely manipulated. It was like a removal. It was a removal of capacity. Nothing that I could do. on weed could I not do here, and nothing appeared that was not already here. It was just the manner in which my sensory input was happening. Yeah, Og has been he's been having more fun. I like the giggly Og better than the more serious version. He posted something about drones being released recently. I don't know what you guys think about that, or if you've seen it, the post. Let me see what he said. "9 hours ago. Still practicing Reiki. Yes, I'm not quite at the same frequency as before, but I still do trade probably a couple times a month, and I'm probably going to be getting the master training possibly mid-March. A small wave of drones was released. They will be cleansed. Do not interact. Do not open your doors or windows, even if you hear them calling and wailing for you. They are not specifically wailing for you, but anyone weak enough to let them in." Yeah. It's just Reiki is just, it's an energy that you carry around. It's not. I have people hop in the car and they say that they can feel, because my car has a specific energy. It has my energy. It has the energy of the shrine. So people feel that when they hop in sometimes. And I didn't target practice. I didn't know exactly what Og was talking about, but actually I didn't know anything of what Og was talking about. Get rid of welcome mats. They're a literal invitation. My girlfriend got a package of photos from her ex-husband. He is a drone. She wondered if she should call him. I told her about this post. That settled it. Say hi. Say hello. Hi, you two people. What do you have to say? You want food? Yeah. Saki. Saki is a bear. See? She's a bear. Jazz! Oh my god, Jazz. Jazz is still around? Saki's not a man, Saki's a woman, dog. Jazz, what have you been up to? Oh my god, it's been forever. You don't ever post anymore, right? Jazz was back when I first started the channel. Like, when everybody was on about Flat Earth. And they tried to suck me into that for a bit. Jazz, have you, tell me what's going on with you. It's been so long. You still just play tennis every day? What is nothingness? Nothingness is not the abyss. The abyss is a dualistic notion. You gonna upload a video? Sweet. I don't know if I haven't watched a Jazz video in forever. Jazz, have you been out and about in the the Wacko community at all? Or have you been just completely dark mode, like silent? You've been guruing in your tennis cave? Jazz Sinclair. Nothingness to me is just whatever is beyond words. Right, but you can't say it, right? You could say, what is nothingness? And then I could stop talking for the rest of the video and everyone would be like, how come he's not talking? Jazz Sinclair is completely gone. Jazz is ghost gone. See you, Jazz. Peace. Have fun playing tennis. Nothingness, if you were to try to imagine it, like within your current present moment, the way that I would say would be the A way, is first you would find all of the things that had somethingness. Hand moving, sound, vibration, jump up and down, you know, like feel motion, gravity, thoughts, perceptions, anything that is a somethingness, and then try and look internally to something which is just not the somethingness. It's just it's a feeling state. It's not something that you can write out That's the whole point. You can't put a label on it because the label sits inside nothingness. Thank you. Is the future nothingness? The future is later on somethingness. Potential later somethingness. Guess what we got to? Hey, Michelle.
That was still help.
See the cube? This is flat, right? It's a cube. This point here is close to you or far away. You can make it whichever way you want. And then you have perception. Close, far away, and what? What are the other options? It's not a square. It's a hexagon. What's it called? What's that? What's that? The crunching paper thing? So, like, if you imagine a honeycomb, right? I forgot what it was, though. Like, a honeycomb is composed of a bunch of hexagons, right? But if you look at it, put a bunch of these together, you could see it as it's got depth to it because they're all cubes instead of hexagons. And then you go from 2D into 3D perceptually. What was the name of that? Do you know the crinkling, like, people get off on the crinkling and the noises? Not get off, but, like, it's soothing. ASMR, yeah. AMST? What does that stand for? Autonomous Sensory Meridian Response. It's an experience characterized autocorrect. An experience characterized by a static-like or tingling sensation on the skin that typically Someone said you're a smart young lady.
Me?
Begins on the scalp and moves down the back of the neck and upper spine. It has been compared with auditory tactile synesthesia and may overlap with frisson. Whatever frisson is. What is frisson? Hey, Beloved. A sudden, strong feeling of excitement or fear. A thrill. Hey, Elena. What has Elena been up to lately? Let's hear about Elena. A sudden, strong feeling of excitement or fear, a thrill. Frisson?
Frisson.
Whoa! Frisson.
Frisson.
I wonder if we could construct like a 3D thing. Frisson, also known as aesthetic chills, musical chills, and colloquially as a skin orgasm. Skingasm is a psychophysiological response to rewarding auditory and or visual stimuli that induces nothingness, seems peaceful and scary at the same time. Like when you go to sleep, if you go to sleep and you don't have dreams and you just wake up and you don't know where you were or how you were or anything like that, that's nothingness. That's part of nothingness. Whatever state you go to when you're in deep sleep and your mind is not churning out narratives at you. I mean, I would say kind of the resting state, because when we're here, we're embodied. When we're incarnate, fleshly imprisoned, it's just an endless, it's a sensory carnival that you have to attend to. And it takes energy and it gets tiresome and you get drained. And so maybe the nothingness is something that is just arresting from that. You're having too much fun? With what? Inner space, yeah. Is sleep in a car totally different versus a bed, dreams wise, etc.? It's different when you wake up with a dislocated arm. That only happened once. I don't know. It's not as comfortable. So like my legs are hanging off the edge of the seat, and it's not flat, you know, it's like it's less comfortable, and also you're just out around everybody, so you wake up and you can hear people moving around, and you possibly might be getting ticketed for sitting in a wrong spot. Oh, that's what I was gonna do. Yeah, living in the car, I mean, if I could remember. I don't remember anything. Samir, are you listening but you're just not saying anything? Are you ghosting me? Why do none of the so-called truther channels, 99%, etc., not mention the gang stalking and electronic assault? I think many people have talked about the TIs and all that. I don't talk about it particularly because I'm not directly involved. I'm not a TI per se, even though, I mean, people have harassed me here and there. It's not something like an ongoing. Hey, bring your sparkly one over here. Let's show them sparklies.
Be careful, husband. It might be if you did, but
They're gonna fall off?
no, it should be fine by now. It's dry.
This is Andrea's latest creation. So it started off as just a canvas with a rip in it. It just had a hole right here. And she was saying like, yeah, we could make something cool with this. And so she stuck it full of glitter. Somebody's buying it, I think, for $55. But it's gracing our wall for the time being. Are there any more crackers?
Nope. I gave you one.
Is there any more beer?
Nope. Could go get some if you want.
I could.
I'm probably gonna owe you one in a few minutes.
You're definitely gonna owe me one.
No!
Yeah, like that. So I've been trying to wrangle the money monster into allowing me to move on with my chest stuff, and it's been causing a huge pain in my ass and my back. I have little creatures living in my spine. What did you say, they were tornadoes? I've got tornadoes living in my spine. I'm glazing old stucco walls. So I might have to come up with a more creative way of getting my chess things started than just grinding and saving $2,000. Levette, yeah, Levette. Thank you, Levette. Now I only need $1,980.
Aw.
Because, like, I don't bother with much stuff in this realm for the most part, as far as trying to accomplish or do or change or anything like that. But aside from keeping the sort of money flow going, I see that as somewhat of a necessity. And so I've been wanting to just get the $2,000 and buy a computer, a PC, because my Mac doesn't support the program that I got. Because I basically want to get into the studying the openings and the theory, and having a sort of going into the games with more of a preparation than just winging it like I do here. Like here, I just wing it all the time, and every moment is just like, who knows what's going on. But chess is more of a solidified form of the realm that you can't really get away with that as well, even though I can, because I know the people's psychology, and I can gauge, how they're feeling about the game, and win games off of just the psychological aspect. But I want to get the title and be able to do coaching again. I used to coach at a middle school for pay. It wasn't a lot of pay. It was like $15 an hour, but it was a official job, and I would coach these little like 7 to 11-year-old kids in chess.
You see what they love right about? Right about?
Mm-mm.
Things about the
Cannabis
yeah.
rub.
They're just gonna get stronger.
We got one more toward your. What did you say? 48.
53.
We're at 18.
I'm one of them. At the moment. At the moment I am.
You're stacking the odds. SpongeBob Snails Gary. Yeah, that's where the snail show came from. Is SpongeBob. Would you follow me on Twitter? Is that to me, or is that to somebody else, or are you talking to yourself? You gotta specify a little bit. I think I do have a Twitter account. Freelance. Yeah. Sculpt your crackers. Yeah, I'm pretty good at wandering. Pretty masterful at that. Some douche canoe emailed Levette saying some odd things and mentioned my name. They're trying to hijack her browser, but nice try, buddy. I have no idea who it is or what he wants, but if you guys get another friend request, it's from me. I'm disappearing for a bit. People are freaks.
53.
It's not moving anymore, I think. It is not. Why don't you just type your latest tweet out here, then we can all read it. It is not vegan to support the vaccine agenda or ingest vaccines.
That's what Aurora says today.
Yeah. What does that mean? What does that mean?
Yeah.
It is not vegan.
I mean, they're not made with like vegan materials, obviously.
When I first read that, I felt like she was using the word vegan as like a qualifier. Like she was saying it is not polite. but my mind can't quite make that work. When you verbalize it, there's more power to it. Plus, I'd like you to follow me. Okay, well, I can only read it if you put it on there again, because I have Snapchat style of comments that just disappear after 5 seconds. So if you put it on again, I'll go and try and find it. At 8 Frey. F-R-E-I. At 8 Frey says. Are these chronological? 15 hours ago, at Frey says, your limitless imagination is magic and you have no idea what the universe will do with the spells you cast, but you cannot wait. You cannot wait for emotional validation as you need to be with a feeling to heal it. Change to live chat. You cannot wait for emotional validation as you need to be with a feeling. Did you mean to be with a feeling to feel it? To heal it? Wait, hold on. How do I? No, I have it on live chat. I don't know, maybe it's just a phone. It could just be a phone thing. I don't know. Your imagination is magic, but you must accept that you have no idea how your magic will impact reality. Any new advice? Re my toddler. I hope so. I'm gonna go find some very soon. Can we find chocolate beer?
Yeah. $2 today.
Is there chocolate beer?
Yeah.
No.
Of course. It's the best kind.
Jax is beautiful. Yes, he is. Don't tell him that though, he might get a big head. At the heart of stagnancy is a waiting for us to be in a particular emotional state, but the way of feeling is healed by actively being within feeling. My dad's good. He's he actually has had face cancer stuff. Like he's been doing like chemo stuff, not chemo, but some form of radiation, and he had like things. He's had some surgeries lately. Yeah, I mean, most everybody wouldn't be doing any sort of truther stuff in the first place unless they had been through some trauma. Because, I mean, like, when I was younger, when I was younger and just going to school and being a regular human, I didn't think about any, you know. Because you don't need to. It's like everything is set up for you. You wake up, you're supposed to do stuff, right? Wake up. What are you supposed to do? Brush your teeth. And then what? Like get your hair ready. But it's a chronological, sequenced. The possibility matrix is very narrow. So yeah, Gary Van Wormerdam. I know. I think I have. Do I have more subs than Gary Van Wormerdam? I don't know. He seems like a you know, seems good enough, nice enough person. Here's Gary Van Wormerdam. Gary Van Wormerdam says, I was extraordinarily ignorant of the forces of emotions, love, and the value of happiness for the first decades of my life. So he was numb. Seems like an alright chat. I hope I have more subs than him, though. Damn it! Well, he has 2,400 subscribers and he only has 45 videos. I have like 1,000 videos. I should go to him for coaching advice on how Gary Wormerdam becomes popular on YouTube. He probably has particularized information about that. Classified, yeah. Oh, we're at 20.
I knew it.
We be creeping.
Just stay on for 3 more hours. Okay.
You might have to beer me.
What?
It's pretty.
Bill you or beer you?
Beer me. It's pretty fun to watch numbers hop around, I think. They're always jumping around. This is probably the longest live stream I've ever done. That's it? Capiche?
For today.
Why does it look the same?
It doesn't if you look close. Not at all.
Where are all the people? Yeah, I don't know why that one got a bunch of views. Saturday afternoon live, yeah. Andrea thought because it's Saturday then there'd be a ton of people, but I've done videos on Sunday and there was only 12.
Go to church on Sunday.
Is everyone at church? Wait, no, there's a Saturday church too, isn't there?
Oh yeah, Saturday is the actual Sabbath.
Saturday is the Sabbath. Who's my heathens? Where are my heathens at? All my friends are heathens, take it slow.
Look, this was it before. You see the difference?
To which part? Hey, Platos.
Just the shading.
Oh, you removed the red a little bit.
Don't worry about it. Oh my god. It's okay. I'll show you a side-by-side picture when you're done.
Wait for them to ask you who you know. Don't make any sudden moves. I only make sudden moves. I make so many of them that they just blend together and it looks like I'm just doing nothing. Oh, you're singing a song. I was taking it personally. I was taking it as a personal attack. I get offended very easily. I never I still don't understand Twitter, and I don't yeah. I don't understand Twitter at all. I don't understand the numbers. It's very strange. What do you guys do with if you have a family member that has a phone that's like a dinosaur age phone and it's not capable of receiving emoticons? Do you just send like that little, you know, composed smiley faces out of the, what's that called? What's the symbol? The punctuations? Yeah.
Man, wish you taught me.
I don't know.
You wouldn't have the words.
No words would be around.
You doing that. It's no word.
I'd just be doing this.
Nope. It's gone.
Just be like, I would just be floating and fluffing around.
You're already floating.
Yeah, like that. The winky face, see? That's the I make a pretty good boob set with punctuations. I'd show you guys if I could. Maybe I can. Nope. Why am I not allowed to chat? Oh well. Maybe if it was, I don't know, maybe. I'm allowed to chat with my words, with my mouth. Can I just like spit words at the phone and they'll just pop onto the chat? What else is going on? This is my latest book, Neuromancer. I just finished. So if anybody wants it, let me know. I shall send it. This was something that Og recommended somehow, some way, somewhere in using words. I'll read you the first sentence. Didn't I read you the first sentence too?
Nope.
The sky above the port, I did, was
Okay.
was the color of television tuned to a dead channel. You don't remember that?
No.
I did read it to you.
You did?
Yep.
Okay. Sorry.
The sky above the port was the color of television. How could you not want to read a book that uses words like that? The color of television.
Which is what, snow?
Yeah.
Black and white?
Tuned to a dead channel.
Black and white?
Snow. It's not like I'm using, Case heard somebody say as he shouldered his way through the crowd around the door of the chat. It's like my body's developed this massive drug deficiency. It was a sprawl voice and a sprawl joke. Etheric Knight sent you a sender. A friend request. The Chatsuba was a bar for professional expatriates. You could drink there for a week and never hear 2 words in Japanese. Anyway, that's a book. I don't know what else is going on. I don't know if anything is going on. Nothing's going on with email. Facebook.
Is Ben Love still on there?
Ben Loved, are you still around?
Ask how much darker that needs to be to like be more effective.
Does this look like the right color?
I don't think it is. He said it should be like dark or darkish green, close to dark green.
This is cannabis rub. She said yeah.
That's the right?
Yeah.
Not any darker?
Unless her yeah was ambiguous.
Maybe she just said she was dark.
Oh, she said much darker.
Much darker. Like the bottom over there?
Like that? Why is... Oh, did it just
sinks
sink?
to the bottom, yeah.
So if we scooped all that up and ate it, then we get high?
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Is that the golden tennis?
Ben Loved, I think, is in Canada.
No, I'm thinking about time for the birthday.
Yeah. What is Mockingbird anyway? I don't know what that is. Some sort of movie? Yeah, I'm gonna do another painting. I think. Maybe not. There's no more canvases.
I have paper.
No, it has to be that exact same kind of canvas.
Really?
Yeah, because it feels more important.
Well, they have them at this store. Or on Amazon.
Maybe Amazon. Amazon.
Should get a bigger one so it will feel more important.
Make butter from cannabis?
Oh yeah, that's really good. You can make brownies and cookies.
I reposted a post from somebody that said that Trump signed a law that says vaccines are no longer mandatory, but I have no idea if it was fake news or not. Does anybody know about that? Painting canvas. Ooh. 12 by 12. Professional artist quality acid free panel boards for painting. 12 pack for $20. 12 by 12. Does that sound good?
12 by 12 is going to be square though.
You said you were thinking about squares.
That's true.
YouTube adverts are odd. 11 by 14 pack of 7 for $17. Or we could get the multi-pack set of 28 for $48.99. That's what somebody sent us $50 and said get art shit, right?
Yeah, it's expensive. I mean, not expensive, but it's costly.
Nobody's making me get a vaccine. But then again, I haven't been around a hospital for like 10 years. Do they have to send you like a letter in the mail that says, hello, such and so person, you must get vaccine?
We go to school, yeah.
Like, how do they enforce vaccination? Oh, it's just for, you're talking about it's for children. I'm not a child anymore, huh? That's good. I mean, flies only live for like a day, right? Or 2 days, or 7. So their attention span has to be pretty short. The drugs are laced. I mean, the laws are laced. We've been watching Better Call Saul, or we watched an episode last night. The one where the dumbass kids were pulling the scam, and they went and found Tuco with his abuelita. It's pretty good. Should we binge watch Better Call Saul? No?
I don't think it's as good.
It's not as good.
If I don't want to binge watch it, it's not as good.
You also were getting traumatized by Breaking Bad, so this is a little milder.
That's true. I just don't like to binge watch anything, really. But we can. Okay. You want me to make you one?
Mm-hmm. Better than See, someone here says it's better than Breaking Bad.
Really?
Yeah. Plus, we've only seen like 4 episodes.
2.
That was on. No.
3.
Yeah, we've seen 3 or 4. 99.22. This is getting long. I'm probably gonna mosey along pretty soon here. Do we have any more topics to talk about? Does Elena have any more questions?
When's Jesus
Always.
coming?
Lodge 49. What's that? What's Lodge 49? Yeah, I'm inside of the internet right now. Just wiggling and trying to escape. Fabian, are you still roughing it? Are you still just like living in the woods? Or do you have a place? Or are you living in a car? What you doing? What you up to? Is it a Netflix show? Lodge 49. Lovette, how is Kimberly? Are you guys getting along? You're not at each other's throats yet, or is this working out? Is she watching?
She's been sick.
Yeah. Is Lodge 49 on? I don't know who Max Hebring is. Or Danger Will Robinson. Hey Dana. See ya, been loved. Peace. All is God. Yep. 'Tis true. Og's here too. I had a feeling Og was creeping around in the background, but I didn't know for sure.
Oh, is there?
Yeah. But he just posted a link. Not an NPC. I have a feeling if I click on that link, it's gonna somehow get rid of the show. So I'm not gonna click on it. Og posted a link. Unless he's invisible to all of you guys, which is quite possible. Hmm? Yeah, if you want. Is Og visible to any of you guys? Don't know. Good God. Good God, bad dog. Whatever. Triptych?
Honestly, like,
Huh. Maybe it's just for me. I'm gonna try clicking on it. Let's see if it stops the thing or not. Open with Safari. Doesn't work. Does not work. Yeah, that's the thing with like shadow banning. That whole concept, unless you're literally sitting there doing your homework and you're like, oh, I feel like that person should have responded to me, and it's weird that they didn't, and then you go physically walk to their house and knock on their door, or try another method like call them or whatever, then you don't know. Like, nobody knows what's getting let through, what's not, if shenanigans are going on. It's literally impossible to know. So Og, your comment is not visible to anyone but me, if that information is helpful to you. Did you all get shadow banned? What is shadow banning? I think I did a video on shadow banning quite a while back. A shadow ban, in theory, curtails the way in which that attention may be earned without blocking a user's ability to post new messages or carry out typical actions on a network. Shadow banned users are not told that they have been affected. That's the main reason why shadow banning is fucky. Because you can be sitting there chatting and thinking that people are seeing it, and they're not. They can continue to post messages, add new followers, and comment on or reply to other posts, but their messages may not appear in the feed. Their replies may be suppressed, and they may not show up in searches for their usernames. The only hint that such a thing is happening would be a dip in likes, favorites, or retweets, or an ally alerting them to their disappearance. Andrea, try making a comment if you can.
You're back on. Hold on.
Worst case scenario, this will allow me to pee. You did?
Yeah.
Do you see comments?
Yeah.
What is the give me the last like 5.
That says she posted a comment. Add dreams where I see off from a distance making pizzas. Fabian, Shadow Bane, and then mine.
Okay. Somehow I just like disappeared it from my screen, but I did click it to bring it back. Thank you. Can Og expand on his Facebook post? Take CBD oil pills for your spine. I have dreams where I can see Og from a distance making pizzas. Mercury is currently debilitated in Pisces. Communication breakdowns imminent. Yeah, I mean, all of my crap has been not working, right? My phone randomly stopped. It was doing this thing where I would have, you know, it says LTE or 4G. It would say that LTE was there. It would say 4G was there or whatever, and the internet would not be working. Like Lyft wouldn't be sending me rides. The music would stop on whatever song it was on and not go on to the next one. So I'd have to go in there in settings and literally toggle the switch to bring it back. And I tried changing the SIM card. I tried resetting the network settings. Tried turning the phone off and on. I even reformatted the entire phone and then booted it back up to the current version that I have saved on the computer, and it kept going. But then like 2 days ago, the problem just randomly disappeared. So whatever it is, I don't know. Some bullshit for sure. That's some bullshit. Well, I think I'm gonna take off here. You must appease the gods. There's too many of them. Like, there's the internet god, there's the Facebook god, there's the traffic god, the chess god. There's a whole bunch of them. Like, I can't appease all these gods. Yeah. They always want more. More, more, more. Well, we're at a 111 minutes, so that's probably a decent stopping place. So, thank you everybody for hanging out. It's been fun. And I will see you on the next random time that I do this thing. So, take care.